salads. I can cook up a salad. And I love pasta, but I eat veggie pasta and I make veggie pasta. Like, it'd be nothing in my pasta besides the veggies. The pasta be veggie. The pasta veggie. And it's nothing but veggies in there. My niece the other day was like, I know you don't be cooking nothing in there but vegetables, but it be smelling like some meat in there. Boom. See? And then once you get that, then once you start recognizing your thoughts are not who you are, recognizing that you have a different calling, and by healing your heart and forgiving yourself, which essentially is what it's going to boil down to. Yes, you have to forgive others, because if you once you forgive others, they don't have that control over you. Those who anger you, control you, that is true. Those who are on your mind, those who consume your thoughts, you are giving them your energy, whether you know it or not. And then you have those who are magicians that can make you think about them. Be careful, but we're not on that right now. I'm sticking strictly to this womb man. That's a whole nother topic. And you forget once because once you heal everybody else and you still not feeling like, you're still not going to feel. That's why I said it's yourself, because this is the path that I took. So it may resonate with you, may not. Maybe you do it opposite. I don't know. Maybe you did forgive yourself first and then you had to forgive other people. Your circles work from the inside out instead of mine worked from the outside in. I worked from the outside in. It was the job, and then it was the people, my family and friends. That was my inner circle. And then it came down to me, because I didn't even recognize I had to forgive myself. Like, that was a revelation all in itself. And it was the revelation of I had to forgive myself for not knowing. And for trusting. And it wasn't a bad thing. I had to tell myself that you loving and you and wanting people to experience your love, and you wanting people to know you love them, and you wanting people to feel that you love them was not an accident, and it was not a mistake. I will not carry that burden, because that makes me go into my shell. That makes me withdraw and be like, oh, everybody is the same and everybody is that way. And that is not true. That is simply not true. That's not true. That's part of a narcissistic spider's web. To me, this whole matrix was a narcissistic spider's web. That's how I feel. This whole entire matrix is a narcissistic spider's web. But the blessing part, not be blessing. I know people, be careful with what we say, because words, and I need to break down that word. I'm going to break down that word. I'm going to break down blessings. I'm going to have to break down that word. Right. Just to see. But once you do those things, then you return to the spirit world. You return to who you are. Because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And everything I talked about is human, right? Your heart is human. Eating right, your body is human. Your mind is like a machine, but human, because it's encased in this body, and you can see it. Everything I mentioned is tangible, right? You can see it. You can feel it. You can touch it. You can smell it. You can taste it. I wouldn't suggest it. Not that part. Y'all are nasty. Y'all are nasty. Because I wasn't even thinking that. Anywho. But the spirit. You can't see spirit. Spirit is something you're going to have to sense, and not with your five senses. That's when that sixth sense come in. The Sixth Sense movie is a great depiction, so if you've never watched it, go watch it. you're going to have to meet God on his level. God not going to come down to us. Now, he can send somebody down. He can send a person down. But we got to level up to get that piece of our spirit back. We got to level up. We got to show God we are worthy and thank him for saving us. And when I say God, I mean the Most High that created you. But basically, I really mean you. You are a God. You was made in God's image. Which means if God ain't coming down here to pluck us up out of our misery, that means you are already capable of doing it. You just don't know it yet. Being made in God's image is nothing to take lightly. Think about all that God has done. Now, there are certain things that we can't do, well, some of us can, depending. But there are certain things that we can't do that God does. We can't be everywhere at the same time. We can't do it. I can't do it. Physically. God can, though. I can't know everybody's future. God can, though. Hell, I don't even know my own future right now. I know it's a blessed one. I know it's an abundant one. I know no matter what, I'm protected. That's what I know. Those are the things that I hold of value. I know whatever comes my way, I have the mental capacity and the compassion and the physical stamina to handle it. Those are what I hold dear. That's what I hold dear. I know that no matter what, I'm not by myself because my ancestors walk in front, behind, and side by side me, and some of them are flying over my head. They got me covered. Spirits are around us. They didn't go nowhere. They're just unseen. So in order to get that piece of your spirit back, you have to be clean and pure of heart. God not going to give you something pure if your heart ain't pure. You can't be like, oh, God, give me back my piece of soul because I want to shit on people. Why did I think? Okay, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that way. You got to be pure of heart. What are you going to do with that peace that he gives back to you? Because that's the peace of mind. When I wish upon y'all peace of mind, that's the peace of mind I'm wishing on you. I'm wishing for y'all to sit down, sit still, go back to God, go back to your ancestors, talk to them, listen to them, sit still, get to know yourself, get to know your higher self, because she around, he around, they want to talk, they've been communicating with you, they trying to get you to go down another path. That's why things ain't working out, so you got to go down another path. So every time you go down that path that they don't want you to go down, they're going to block you, they're going to do something for you to make a U-turn. Okay? That's what they do. Until you get the picture. The 108 laws of the universe say that as well. If you don't learn the lesson, you are going to repeat it. And in the 108 laws of the universe, they say you are going to repeat the lessons with, how did they put it? With increasing consequences. Listening to me? Are you listening to me? These are the 108 laws of the universe. The Bible says it, but it says it in such a convoluted way. But the 108 laws tell you specifically. If you do not learn the lesson, you will repeat the lesson with increasing consequences. When someone uses the word consequences, they're not talking about a good thing. No one says there are good consequences. There are good consequences, but no one uses the word consequences to describe something that's good. Whenever you hear the word consequence, con, that's a negative intonation right there, right? Whenever someone uses the word consequence, it's because something bad has happened or what they deem bad, but everything is good or bad. It's a polarity of each other. It's all the same. It's a lesson to be learned. Right? Increasing consequence. Let me give you what that is in an example. Say your spiritual path you're not supposed to be working in corporate America, and I'm giving you a real life event. This is mine. You're not supposed to be working in the Matrix. You're just not supposed to be. So take this as it resonates, because whoever is watching this, this must be your life. You are not supposed to be working in corporate America unless you are owning your own business. You are not, I repeat, supposed to be working in corporate America unless you are owning your own business and you are helping the collective and you are doing God's work in whatever capacity it may be. You don't have to be a spiritualist to be doing God's work. You can be working in corporate America, but you are not supposed to be working for the Matrix. You're supposed to be working for yourself and incorporating your spiritual gifts into your own business, even if it is on the spectrum of working with mainstream or the Matrix. Let me say it that way. And in my life, I wasn't supposed to be. And I felt it my whole life because I got bored so quick. After I conquered the job and it didn't challenge me anymore, and I went into accounting. And I have a knack for it. I'm good at it. I made a lot of money doing it. But it was never fulfilling. So I found myself going from job to job looking for fulfillment, and it was not there. And then I found myself meeting people who were intimidated by my intelligence. I'm not meant to work for no one. I'm meant to work for myself. I'm meant to be a boss. And so shall it be. Period. That's what that is. But God can't give you back your heart. He can't give you back that piece of heart to help you manifest. Because in order to manifest, you have to heal. You have to be on a healing journey. You can't, listen, if you are in toxic situations and you are not trying to heal yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually and get rid of the toxins that invade all those aspects of your life, you are only going to manifest toxicity. And if you are trying your best to get out of those toxic situations and to change your life like I was, and it's like you make traction and then you fall back. You make traction and then you fall back, and you notice it's a pattern in your life. My love, someone is doing black magic on you. You are stuck in a time warp. You are stuck in a pattern of behavior that is not your own, especially if you've been working out. And this was my life. This was my life. Y'all heard me say I've gone and worked out here, and I've always done that. I've always had a higher consciousness too. But when I went against myself and I went against my spirit and the devil came in, ooh, Lord, did he walk to and fro. But that was lessons that I needed to learn in order to trust myself inexplicably. And learn to trust myself unequivocally. And learn to trust myself beyond a shadow of a doubt. Learn to trust my connection with God and not rely on other people's connection with God and their spirits. Because even, let me just say this, when you are watching tarot and they say your spirit guides want you to know this, that may be in some part be true, but understand it's like playing telephone with cans. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how it's coming to me right now. So that's how I'm going to explain it. And I just got this the other day. It's like playing telephone. Because only you can interpret what your guides really want you to know and what they really want you to say and what they really want you to do and how to fulfill your destiny and how to escape death and how to escape your ill-fated demise because you got black magic and people doing magic on you trying to sacrifice you. Only you can really interpret those messages. Now, they can be a ventriloquist or they can be a telephone. That's basically what tarot readers are. They have their own spiritual guides. So it's, And I do believe that some spirits do speak directly. Like you can have, like there are mediums that can talk to your spirits, right? That can talk to you. Like they can talk to other people's spirits. But a lot of tarot readers are filtering through their own spiritual guides, if that makes any sense. Does it make any sense to you? So it's like, say your guides are standing on the side of their guides, like, tell them this, tell them that. And their spirit guides are telling them, okay, say this and say that. That's why you will see some of their personality and some of their energy seep through when they experience jealousy and things like that. That's their demons and their guides. Now, there are some where I didn't feel that at all. I didn't sense that at all. And one of them was Sense Star 5555. I didn't sense nothing. And I watched her because she was one of the ones that was like, yes, girl, it is true. Like when I was in my head, I was like, this is unbelievable. This is crazy. This is not going on. And she was like, yes, it is. It's going on. You are right. And I was like, what? Literally, y'all, I was like, what? And I wanted to know if y'all are on y'all awakening journey and y'all are experiencing these things. Did you have a moment like that? I don't even know if you guys are watching tarot, but did you have a moment like that? Like, it was funny because it was like she was like tapped all the way in. And I'm like, this is not true. This is crazy. And it was like, no, girl. And it was funny because it was like right on point. And this is a chick I'm watching on video. And she was like, no, you're not crazy. Because I'm like, I am going crazy. This is not happening. This is what I was having in my head. And she was like, no, girl, you're not crazy. And I was like, what? And I don't even think this was a live video. Because I don't think she records live. I think she records, pre-records, and then she uploads. So I really think this was a pre-recorded. It would be different because I caught a couple of tarot readers pre-recorded. But I caught a few of them live when they recognized my energy, and that was a blessing. I love that. But yeah, so when you come into alignment with your body, your mind, and your heart, God sits us down. And if we don't sit down with God's little persuasion and his little nudges, which is our intuition, he sent our ancestors after us to kick our butt. He does. God is neutral. God just wants balance. But our ancestors have an agenda. We are their dreams manifested. Their agenda is us, and they want us to achieve the goals because when we achieve our goals, they achieve their goals in the spirit realm. And with that being said, I just had another thought, and yes, I shall do that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. So if you can guide me in the way, I would happily oblige. So when God sits us down, he can give us our peace of heart back. And then we find peace of mind. And it is then we feel whole. It is then we feel complete and utter unconditional love because we are ourselves and we have accepted ourselves and we have cleaned out all the muck and the gook that was weighing us down and preventing us from ascending to higher grounds. We were being trampled and bound by other people's judgment and energies around. But no longer is that the case. We surrendered our agenda and pled our case to the Most High in the spirit realm. And that's it. I was going to say something else, but I'm going to keep that to myself. We have to. God is real. Magic is real. But if you believe in that part, you have to believe in the opposite, because there is balance in this realm. I don't know where we come from. Maybe where we come from, there was no balance. Maybe where we come from, there was just peace, love, and light, because that's how I lived my life. And it's like, okay, where did I get that from? And I don't bring war to nobody unless they bring war to me. I really don't. I love everybody. I do. Never not loved anybody. But when I see there's injustice, or when I see there's a problem. So my one man's, it's time to reclaim your piece of heart back so you can declare who you are and create your own world and create your own life. The one that you fantasized about. The one that you've wanted since you was a kid. Whatever that looked like for you. I don't know. But it's time. It's time. Take heed to what I said. And I'm not saying you're confused if you're gay. I'm not saying that. But I am saying you are being used as part of an agenda if you are out there transforming children who have yet to develop their adult brain. Some of them soft spots is still open. It's okay to teach them to love everyone and to not judge, but you are literally indoctrinating children by allowing that. And by watching some of these spiritualists, they call that a satanic cult. I don't know. I don't know about that part. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know if it exists. I know it does exist. I'm just saying I have not had that correlation in my brain. There has not been. I don't practice Satanism, so I don't even know like how to even confirm that that is without being a part of that sect, without being a part of that cult. I'm with the Love and Light team, but I'm also with the team that erects some shit. It's been proven. But on the Love and Light team. Like, don't come for me. I'm all love and light. But I'm recognizing, because one of the terrorists keeps saying, and they all say that. And they all say that angels aren't just love and light, which I know, because I've read the Bible. But I want to be all love and light, but the world will not allow me to be all love and light. And so whenever that energy is needed, I allow it to come forth. I do. But with certain things, never arguing over no money. Won't do that. Never fighting over no man. Just won't do that either. My battery is going dead, so I'm about to end this. I am sending you guys so much peace of mind, and I hope everything that I've said gives you just a resemblance, just gives you a tiny peace of mind, and lets you know that you are not crazy. If you don't get anything out of this video, just recognize in what I said, you are not crazy. You are not crazy. Yes, they are doing it to you. No, you are not like them. No, you're not probably from here. Yes, there is a calling on your life. Yes, you are heavily protected. Yes, you are a divine being. Yes, there is love on the other side of this. Yes, you will experience it in its purest form. But first, you have to give it to yourself first, okay? Namaste, Ashe, Mazel Tov.